Welcome to the Sonny's Investors Series program. Today, our topic is getting started with site selection. Now, from the car wash factory in South Florida, Anthony Analetto, COO of Sonny's, the car wash factory.
One big hurdle our new customers encounter is site selection. We find that 50% of our new customers have already spent a great deal of time selecting a site for a car wash facility before calling us, only to later realize that the site they selected does not meet the industrial standards for size, layout, car counts, or vertical density. We feel it is important to get your equipment supplier involved in your process as early as possible, to let them help you figure out a site pro forma for the type and size of car wash that you want to build. Today we're going to review a few things about how to use the available technology to study your local market in order to determine a great location. We will interview some people in the fast food industry and see how they built a systematic approach to site selection. Finally, we'll bring it back to our industry and review some of the elements involved with a good site that are specific to the car wash industry. We'll also talk to some car wash operators and get some real-world opinions on how to best choose a site for your next operation. At the end of this presentation, we hope you come away with a better understanding of what sort of property you'll need and how to systematically search a wide selection of possible locations. The fast food industry has grown from a $6 million industry in 1970 to a $110 billion industry in the year 2000. That's big-time growth. Let's take a look inside at some of the techniques they use to grow at that incredible rate. To get a better understanding about what the fast food guys look for in a location, we sent the Sonny's film crew to speak with Joe Brummett, the CEO of Arby's winning team, about what he looks for in site locations.
Joe Brummett is the CEO of Arby's The Winning Team, the franchisees of Arby's in North Carolina. The winning team began in August of 1988, at that time consisting of 13 existing Arby's restaurants. Today, the winning team has grown to 36 restaurants with several new units in the development stage. We asked Joe his opinion on site selection and posed a few questions that all car wash operators face when looking for a new site. What are good demographics? Are there benefits to cluster developments? How do combo sites perform? How do you determine a good corner lot? What are some bad traffic conditions to avoid, and how important is visibility? Now, let's sit down with Joe Brummett.
In the past 10 years, we've built 21 restaurants, which for a company our size is fairly significant growth. We've grown from 15 restaurants to 36, soon to be 37. What we're looking for is, number one, we really look for the cluster development. We're looking for the other restaurants that are in the market. If they are successful in that market, then that is a market that we want to be in. We try to find an equal or better site than they have so that we can compete with them on an equal or better basis. The number one site that we look for is a corner at a red light, the far corner, which is through the red light and to the right, so that you don't have the traffic that backs up at the red light on the near corner, so that you're going through the red light and have easy access in and easy access out at the far corner. Some of the lessons that we've learned over the years are in the more rural areas or on an interstate location. We do like the combo restaurants that have the Arby's and the convenience store with gas, just because of just sharing the cost of the property and just the fact that those two businesses feed off of each other. In the higher density areas, we do like the freestanding restaurants on the good sites. Traffic count for us is a big factor in choosing the site. We look for highways or streets that have a traffic count of 25,000 cars a day or more. The higher the traffic count, the better the site is for us. As far as density goes, we want a site that has the highest density of population that you can possibly have within a 1 mile and a 5 mile radius. As far as income levels that we look for the mid to higher level incomes, just because of the type of business that we're in. Different businesses look for different income levels, and it depends on the business and what their needs are. But what you'll normally see in a case where two corners are out of business and two corners are thriving, if you think about the direction that you're driving, if you're driving northbound on a highway, go through the intersection, the far corner is on your right. So that is a successful corner for most businesses. But there again, if you're driving southbound, go through that same intersection, the far corner on the right will be a successful corner too. It's usually the near corners at those intersections that have the most problems, and that's all because of traffic backing up in front of the site. You always see banks on the corners, you always see the convenience stores on the corners, and you always see a lot of fast food restaurants on the corners, and there's a good reason for that, because the ingress and egress of the corner for us and for those types of businesses, that's just the best site. Some of the worst traffic conditions that we have found are on two-lane highways where it's literally impossible for the traffic coming on the opposite side of the street from you to come and turn left into your location. And then when the traffic is trying to turn left out of your location, that's the absolute worst case scenario. We've also had situations where you've got a four-lane highway with no turn lane in the middle. That is very difficult. If you have a four-lane highway with a turn lane in the middle, that makes it a lot easier for us. It's very, very crucial to our business to be visible in both directions on the highway. The less visibility that we have, the more difficult it is for us to attract the business. That's where it becomes very difficult when our signage restrictions are so limited that we have very small signs, have monument signs. It's just, people are used to being able to see your business very easily, and the less signage that you have and the less visibility that you have just makes it difficult for them to see it. And most of the time they're by your business before they see you, and they're not going to turn around and come back.
We also spoke with operators in our own industry. Let's listen to a few of their comments.
I think in some place like Dallas-Fort Worth, where people are used to driving, the commute time's higher. I think the demographics may change a little different than they would be in Boston or New York or the East Coast or some parts of Florida where land is high, density is very thick, and it's going to change. Even in California, some places are like that. So I think it's a hard question to answer. I think you got to look at a lot of factors. You got to look at traffic count. You got to look at rooftops. I think you need to look at the type of traffic going by. I think there's a lot of factors involved.
I'm on Fowler Avenue in Tampa, Florida, and the traffic count last time I checked was 55,000 cars a day. It's unbelievable. They drive pretty fast though. The speed limit is 45, but they go faster than 45. Yeah.
The site the car wash site here, actually, if we take away that other, the cross access and what have you, we're sitting on approximately 1.5 acres. Again, what I started to say, every city and county is different. Some require on-site retention, some don't require on-site retention, some have different size setbacks, a certain amount of green area. So that's really determined by the city. But, you know, optimum, we're sitting here, as I said, on 1.5 acres. It works real well for us. If we had something to do over again, we had 5 acres here originally, maybe I would have built it bigger.
The neighborhood is important, but you know, like we're located on the main road here. We have about 55,000 cars a day passing us. So that's what really a huge motivation that makes you build something.
When they were in Fowler, I lost drying space in the front. Lost also my curb cut directly to the car wash. And people will think about it. When they're waiting to come across a 4-lane street or highway, I call it, sometimes they might change their mind and keep going straight or making the U-turn and going home. So, yeah.
Now?
Well, now, I mean, $3, come on. That's a great value.
Full service, we always liked a lot of shopping. Full service, we liked a lot of course, we liked a lot of traffic as well. But we figure people will work a little harder to get into full service than they will in express wash. Express wash, they want to go in quick and come out quick and fast, and they don't want to work too hard to get in there. When they're going to full service car wash, it's almost like a steakhouse, you know. People will drive a little bit further to get there. We figure our full service car washes pull from a wider area than our exterior.
Now let's take a minute to review a few industry standards that are accepted in the car wash industry. The industry uses capture rates to build a performance pro forma based on traffic counts to predict possible capacity for a given location. Traffic counts can be very important. Ask your equipment supplier to help you analyze your traffic counts. Many operators also analyze vertical density. This is the amount of people who live in a 3 to 5 mile radius. Although